Oh, it's actually recording. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the Graham and George podcast. My name's Graham, and this is
George.
And we're going to be speaking a lot of shite for the next probably 45 minutes to an hour. And I don't think I can keep this voice going for much longer. So this is it, guys. This is the first podcast of the podcasts, and we really don't know what to talk about.
We don't even have a name.
We don't have a name. It is the nameless podcast at the moment, but one thing's for sure, we will try to, if not entertain you, entertain ourselves for however long we can.
Don't forget, that's the most important.
Of course.
Viewers second, us first.
Well, so I think it's only right that we get to know each other a little bit better. George, we're going to ask you an on-the-spot question. 10 films Leonardo DiCaprio has featured in. Ever. Go!
Toughie. Titanic.
1.
Deception Point. What is that one called?
I can't help you.
Shutter Island.
Yep. 2.
Wolf of Wall Street.
3.
10 is quite a lot.
10's easy, mate.
It's not easy.
Gonna have to rush you.
I'm gonna fail.
You've got 3. You've got 3. You want me to go for it?
No.
Want me to go for it? What do you do it right now?
Yeah,
Titanic.
Shutter
Island. Inception. Wolf of Wall Street.
Inception.
Blood Diamond.
Yeah.
Great Gatsby.
Oh, Gatsby.
Romeo and Juliet.
Good one again.
12 Years a Slave.
Oh, good one. No, it wasn't in 12 Years a Slave.
He was. We will get Iron Mask. Man in Iron Mask, whatever it's called.
It's not Django you're thinking of.
And Django. There you go.
Was he in 12 Years a Slave as well?
I'm pretty sure he was. Hang on just now. I'll have to... Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
Don't touch the podcast.
Podcast fine. Podcast rolling. Right. IMDb.
Right, what's the bets?
Well, what do you want me... What... God, I'm sure he was in 12 Years a Slave.
Well, guess.
Oh, fuck. Maybe it was Brad Pitt.
Leonardo DiCaprio in 12 Years a Slave. That's been googled a few times.
Shame down.
I don't think he was, Graham.
It's Django, isn't it? It's Django. You're right.
I am right, am I?
Hang on. Oh, The Revenant.
Aye.
Wolf of Wall Street, Great Gatsby, Django Unchained.
It's definitely not there.
Oh!
Shields won. Kilgara. No. Right, okay. My question to you then, equally as difficult, because you obviously failed. Name 7 Formula 1 World Champions.
Oh, Christ. Nicky Lauda.
Oh, good start.
David Coulthard.
Fail.
Give it Graham Hill.
He's Scottish.
Graham Hill.
Going way back, yes.
Yes, there's 2.
Right. There's a more obvious Hill.
Damien Hill. There's 3. Damon Hill, whatever.
We'll do well here.
Right, there's 3. Then we'll go Schumacher.
Yes.
Is there 2 Schumachers?
There are 2 Schumachers, but they've not both of them won.
Right, okay, so there's 4. Obviously, Lewis Hamilton.
Yes.
So there's 5. 2 more.
Yeah.
Not Nico Rosberg, but the Australian chappie who doesn't do it anymore. What's his name? Red Bull. Vettel is one of them.
Yeah.
One more. It's his.
What about the most famous racer of all time?
Oh, Jackie Stewart. He's done it! 7! He's done it! Unbelievable! The crowd go wild. So there we go, guys. That's basically the podcast, and that's probably going to be the most entertaining part of the podcast that you'll hear. But one thing's for sure, we have entertained ourselves, if no one else. When making this podcast, we were unsure what to talk about. So we're really just firing it out there. Portugal winning the European Championship, George, what do you think?
I think everyone was pretty surprised, to be honest. I mean, Ronaldo, one of the best players in the world. I mean, to be honest, nobody really, played that great. It wasn't a great championship.
They won one game in normal time.
So
they went through the whole championship by winning one game in normal time.
And so
France played such great football, but unfortunately, it was always set to be. Are you a gambling man, George?
Sorry?
Are you a gambling man?
Not like Equitable.
Who would have been your bet at the start of the tournament? If you already had one, tell us who it was.
I quite fancied Italy at the start.
Italy, the Italians, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Familia, you know.
Yeah, well, of course you are a man of Italian descent, I believe, and Irish descent, and anything else? Is there anything else in there?
Not today.
What's that?
Not today.
Not today. Oh, well, that's fine. It's a bit dark in here.
Right,
Sure. There's no Zulu.
No.
Grass skirts and everything.
Yeah.
That could be classified as racism.
What did you think about Portugal?
I think that it was I think that they're a country with. I think they have less population than Scotland. If not, maybe just more. Should have got a population of 10 million.
Is here another bet? It's just
10 million. I'll put
10 million is a lot more than Scotland.
How much Scotland got? 6.
No, I think it's just over 5.
Right, well, I'll say 10 million population, but for a country with 10 million population to do so well, it beggars belief. I think this European Championships definitely thrown up a few surprises in the sense that Wales doing well, obviously Icelandics, I mean, who could have seen that coming? England certainly didn't, and a couple other things, you know. And I think the great argument that Scotland have always had in football is that, well, we're a small country, so we shouldn't be expected to be anywhere near the bigger countries. Whereas, actually, if you look at the small countries, this tournament, you've got
They all done pretty well.
the Welsh,
Well,
Northern Irish.
They all done. You know, they held a good
Scotland had never been out of a group stage
in
any major tournaments. So
pretty disappointing.
So yeah, Portugal winning it. To be honest, I think the romanticist inside me could actually see a team like Portugal winning the tournament. However, the way that they won it, I feel, was a bit of a disappointment in the end and didn't do the tournament justice.
Yeah, it's funny as well they've won it, and Ronaldo's not played that great all the way through.
Well, that's the thing. But everyone automatically looks at Ronaldo straight away as the great player. Everyone looked at Wales and looked at Gareth Bale.
That's true.
And actually, it was Ramsey who was what's his name? Canu Robson.
Yeah.
I think. But what happened
Even
there?
Joanne's had a quiet Premier League season.
People automatically look at the big players, and maybe Gareth Bale didn't. He scored some great free kicks, 2 great free kicks. Don't get me wrong, but although he didn't do very much on the side of the game, what he did do was allow the other players to shine, which I think is a true sign of a great player. Because I think with Gareth Bale in that team, he took a lot of the pressure off the other players by means of defenders and things like that, were more interested in stopping Gareth Bale from playing, which then allowed Joe Allen,
a bit more space,
Robson Kanu and Ramsey to play. And I think it showed Ramsey missing in the final game as well.
What do you think, moving slightly on from football, for all the female listeners? The ladies.
Big shopping ladies.
What is your thoughts on Cameron leaving, May coming in?
Political now. Well, who knows?
We'll get to the
roller coaster.
Let's be honest. Westminster obviously is renowned as being pretty quiet over the summer holidays, and this has been probably the biggest summer in Westminster. Well, I wouldn't say history, but one of the biggest.
Well, it's been a roller coaster couple of weeks. I think the irony of the whole thing is now that we have a Prime Minister who voted and campaigned against Brexit.
Did Theresa May vote against?
Theresa May voted against Brexit, which is surprising, but also very worrying. The fact that Brexit's happened, we're out of Europe. Well, not yet. We are not yet out of Europe, but we are looking to be out of Europe. And the person who has had to take control of the situation wanted nothing to do with the country, or wanted the country to remain in. I think, personally, David Cameron should have stayed on, really. Under the circumstances now, I think what should have actually happened was one of the people who campaigned for Brexit should have remained as the leader. But what seems to have happened is they've done their bit and they've backed off it now, big time, because no one wants to push the red button and actually be the one that has to take control of us leaving, which will possibly be one of the hardest times for a Prime Minister post-war.
Yeah, one thing I would say is, I mean, I was listening to a radio show today, and they were all talking about Theresa May and how opportunistic she's going to be. If she calls for example, because the Conservatives have already got their act in order, if you know what I mean, and they're fully all supportive behind me, and obviously Labour are just about to go through all this. They're saying if they call a general election now, Theresa May will get a much bigger majority because all the marginal seats will go that. And it's a bit disappointing that these politicians are, you know, if you ever needed a sign of how bad it has become and how desperate they are to, you know, that's not a decision. That's not a decision based on what's best for the country. That's
based on popularity country. The worrying thing is taken from the Brexit vote and taken from what's happened with the leadership campaigns and things like that have happened now. Who do we trust in politics anymore? We spent the build up to the Brexit election hearing promises of all the promises that were made by the Brexit campaigners. Money to be put into the NHS, money to be kept in the UK, less immigration, this, that, and the next thing. And they won. And they won on those promises. They won those promises. And now every single Brexit leader or campaigner, from the Tory party, from Nigel Farage as well, and also the Labour guys, they've all backed down. They've all suddenly just decided, jobs again, let's get the hell out of here now. So who is out of that group going to still campaign for the changes that we voted for? We, I say, but the people of the UK voted for, when none of them are actually have anything to do with the say anymore.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if they call another referendum. If the referendum in hindsight had been called again today.
I think now that people know that what's happened, they definitely, I would think so anyway, they would go to remain in part of Europe. However, as I've said and has been mentioned, until this Lisbon Treaty is triggered, Article 50 of the Lisbon Treaty, until that's triggered, we are still part of Europe. Europe are not willing to make any negotiations with the United Kingdom until the treaty has been triggered. Theresa May did not want to leave the European Union, and it's Theresa May's job to trigger Article 50, which means, will she or won't she? She can still make a decision to technically overrule it. However, if she decided to overrule it, she's left the democratic decision behind her. Now, just because an election was won does not mean that the Tory leader has to actually go with it. It was an election to see, it was a referendum to see what the thoughts were on the matter. It wasn't to see what we should do. It's still up to the Prime Minister of Britain to make that decision.
You know, why doesn't she has to go through it?
Well, you know, you never know.
Time will tell, I suppose. I've got one more thing. I've seen
five films Tom Hanks has been in. Tom Hanks.
Oh no!
Come on, George, this is easy.
Forrest Gump.
Dunno.
Da Vinci Code.
Oh, good one.
Angels and Demons. Castaway.
Yes. One more. We'll whistle a tune to you. If anyone does end up listening to this, they should be screaming at their...
I don't know. To be honest, they could probably...
Toy Story, mate.
What was that?
That was...
Toy Story.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. No.
If this ever... I know we've said this is our first sort of muck about podcast, and we probably won't ever release this. If we ever get
lost in the archives,
I want to have a vote. I want to have a Twitter poll or something, because I am almost certain that was nothing.
We'll play it back. We'll play it back. Funny story about that song. When I was at school, there was a girl. I was shouting name. It's like I'm absolutely pissing myself laughing at this. She had a speech impediment. Very unfortunate. She couldn't.
Could you do an impression of this?
I will do. She couldn't pronounce her arse.
Again.
One day, she sang. She liked to sing.
Could you tell us a story in the speech?
Wait a minute. She couldn't pronounce her arse. And one day she sang in assembly. And what was meant to be a lovely song turned into an absolutely hilarious song. And it was, "You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When you're down, there's a rough road ahead."
We shouldn't be laughing.
I'm terrible, but I shan't name that.
Sorry. So we were listening to this on the radio today. So I don't know if you've heard about it, Grum. Posh Beckham. Is that her name? Well, no, don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. No. So it's her daughter's 5th birthday, and she posted on Instagram a photo of her and her 5-year-old daughter kissing on the lips, and it sparked absolute outrage. Shocking. Well, do you not agree with that?
Agree.
To be honest, I've had a...
What's wrong with it?
No, exactly. I mean, if you've got something wrong...
What is the outrage? What is the actual outrage for people? Is it the fact that Victoria Beckham is kissing her daughter on the lips? Or is it the fact that she's posted a picture of her daughter being kissed on the lips on social media?
No,
or
I
is it
think
the fact that it's the kiss? Is it
No, I think it's the fact that she's... No, I think the fact is that she's kissing her daughter on the lips.
What is wrong with that?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm saying. To be honest, as long as the kid is...
Consensual.
Yeah, I'm still happy with it. It's different, like...
Are you consensual at 5 years old?
But I mean,
does that make all your decisions for you?
But then is it different as well? I mean, think about it. If a guy is doing that to his daughter, or a guy is doing it to his son,
daughter, maybe if she was 15.
No, but that's where the line is obviously drawn. When they hit puberty.
Imagine if you had a girlfriend, like, well, you've got a wife, so you don't have a girlfriend. But can you imagine if, like, you went to, siblings have different siblings and parents. Everyone's closer than each other and things like that. Like, how weird would it be if, like...
Oh, they're still kissing.
Yeah, you go meet your mum and dad. We're just about to head out like, kiss. Your dad's absolute smooching.
Do you ever see the photo?
I've seen it on Facebook, yes.
Pretty harmless, I think.
Absolutely fucking nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I think it's a sad state of affairs when these things are being discussed. However, at the same time, I think if anyone should know better, it should be Victoria Beckham, who's probably one of the most photographed celebrities of our generation, or one of the first of the real major celebrity with the Victoria and David Beckham. And, there was a time where everything they did made the news, and so really to be doing something like that, is she surprised? Does she care? Does she actually care that what she's done?
Yeah, probably not.
If you're a celebrity, Wayne Rooney there was outrage about the Sun posting a picture of Wayne Rooney's son crying after England had been put out of the Euros by Iceland. You had the front page of a picture of Wayne Rooney's son crying, and then on the other.
Question: what's his son's name?
It's not. Something. That'll be something like mince pie. What is Wayne Rooney's son's name? Let's find out. Wayne Rooney? Also, he has to be finished now. He has to be finished. Wayne Rooney's son. Kai Rooney.
I would like to point out that Graham googled that.
I had to Google it. I don't know the Premiership footballers' children's names. Although apparently Gary and Phil Neville's dad was called Neville.
Thanks, Mum.
What on earth are you thinking when you do something like that?
It is pretty horrific.
One of the big questions over the European Championships that was sparked up was, where were Ryan Giggs' eyebrows? I don't know if you saw any of the footage when he appeared on the ITV.
No.
He has no eyebrows.
What?
Ryan Giggs has no eyebrows. Or Shane for that matter, as he'd quite happily sleep with his brother's wife behind his brother's back and have an affair there and still carrying on the way he is. But he has no eyebrows.
Wait, Ryan Giggs' eyebrows.
Aye, Ryan Giggs' eyebrows. Well, George is filling the time with silent Googling.
Oh,
Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs. We've got a wee video here. I'll explain to you. Sport news.
I just googled, just so everyone knows, I just googled Ryan Giggs' eyebrows on YouTube, and the first one is "Welcome to Punditry Party."
Oh, this is one of those videos. Where they just have a computer talking.
Manchester United coach impresses on High TV.
But the first photo
is
is
debut on High TV for Portugal's win.